If you notice, I've not been posting YouTube videos. If you haven't noticed, well, I haven't been posting YouTube videos. It's not because I've lost interest in restoring the Nissan. I very much want to get back to it, but it's because of this COVID-19. It's kind of put a damper on financial issues. So I've been kind of trying to figure out what I could post. And while I was doing that, I started deciding to experiment with trying to bake. I saw a post on Facebook that said, "Who knew when you put men out of work, sourdough would happen?" I found it hilarious because at the time, yes, I was working on sourdough. What I'm doing here is I'm making some sweet bread, milk bread, whatever you want to call it. Starting out with 6 cups of flour. I have half cup sugar, 2 teaspoons salt, 2 tablespoons of sugar, 4 tablespoons of oil. I've got a 2/3 cup butter and 2 cups of milk in the refrigerator. We're going to put all this together to make some white bread for the family to eat. Let me get the bread, or milk. What we're going to do with the milk, it's still cold. We're going to warm it up, put the sugar in it, mix it together, and use it to proof our yeast, which I will now walk over and get. Knew I forgot something. 2 tablespoons of yeast. We're going to proof our yeast to make sure that it's good. Now, I've baked enough bread in the past couple of weeks that I know it's good. I'm going to do this for your benefit though. I found that if the milk is just barely warm, it's good. So we're going to take the 2 tablespoons sugar, pour it in, stir it up. Put that over there. Put them on my wife's dirty or clean dishes. She'll make me wash all the dishes again. All right, once you get that stirred in pretty good, take your yeast, pour it in. Some people say not to stir it, some people say stir it. I stir it just to make sure everything gets wet. I'm not trying to dissolve any of the yeast. Now, we'll just set this aside for right now. Next thing we're gonna do, I'm gonna take my flour, set it on my mixer stand. There we go. I'm gonna add in the salt. Gonna add in the sugar. Put those out of my way. Slide on my dough hook. Just gonna let it move around a little bit. Doing this will actually make a cavity into the flour for you, so you really don't have to form it. Plus it mixes the sugar and salt through the flour. Next thing I'm going to do is start adding the ingredients. I'm going to start with the butter. Now some people say that you need to put your ingredients in a certain manner, certain order. I'll be honest, I don't use any certain order. I just add this stuff in. Next I'll put in the oil. Now one thing I didn't mention is this is bread flour. The recipes that I found all called for all-purpose flour, and I found my breads were not rising like they should. So I went out and bought some bread flour, some yeast, and it's made all the difference in the world. So if you're making bread, don't use all-purpose, use bread flour. Take the extra steps. As you're going to see, it's not hard. Add 2 eggs. pan. Now, with a little bit of time, I've not stopped the camera, I've done nothing funny. We've been doing this, already seeing a little bit of foam on top of this. Don't need that. Got my scraper also. Now the next thing, let's add the milk and yeast. Now I've even heard people say you need to add it in slow. There again, I'm not most people. I am not a baker, but I am making bread. Okay. There you go.
Hello.
Yes, my 4-year-old has decided to join us. Okay, enough, Paul. Enough.
Okay, you're crazy. Hey, stop laughing. You laugh.
Scrape it again. Make sure the flour's getting off the bottom.
Off from the bottom?
Yep.
Why?
Well, because we need all the flour to incorporate in.
Yeah, this one was new, right, Dad? Now it would make sense, but now the whole the down is what nice, but now the down's not nice.
What's not nice?
The down.
Oh. Okay. As you see, it's starting to form into a ball now. More and more of it is pulling out the sides.
That's why it's side. Done? Isn't it done?
No, buddy, it's not done.
Almost done?
It's getting there.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see this rock. Can I throw them the rock?
No, not right now, bud. Trying to show you that if someone like me can go from working on cars to baking bread, anybody can do this stuff. It's just a matter of taking your time, being patient, and suffering through the learning curve. Because let me tell you, I had some loaves of bread that nearly were not edible. However, I'm going to say this. This right here is obviously brand new.
Yeah.
You can tell it's nice, shiny, it hasn't gotten all dirty yet.
Nope.
It took me proving to my wife that I can make bread, kneading it by hand, before she would break down and let me buy this.
Yeah.
Alright. Now, it's been approximately 8 to 10 minutes since I started kneading the bread.
Yep.
And it's time to take it off the machine.
Yeah. Oh.
You may be thinking, or may have already thought to yourself, 6 cups of flour for bread?
Bread?
I am making enough for 4 loaves. They're going to be small loaves, but 4 loaves nonetheless. So what I'm going to do immediately, leave it alone, Paul.
It was just like dark and then
You notice I can handle the dough now? Nice smooth consistency.
Can I help?
It's not sticking to my fingers. Now it is still a little bit wet. That's because there's still going to be some flour used when I actually prepare it for the pan. So I don't want to get it too dry.
Flour? Do you have to get flour, Dad?
Yes, buddy, when I get this ready to go.
What the?
Okay, so we're taking half of it.
Can I try?
We're going to drop it into a little container.
Can I
This
try?
one goes in the refrigerator right now.
Can I try, Dad?
No, buddy.
I'm not
Let
gonna
me
try.
do what I'm doing, okay?
Okay.
This one
Yeah.
will go back in here.
Hey. What?
We're gonna let this one rise for an hour or however long it needs. We're gonna let it double in size.
Can't see.
We're gonna cover it up with some cling wrap.
Yeah. That's what Daddy keeps saying. That's what Daddy keeps saying.
Go.
That's what Daddy
Now get
keeps
your
saying.
moisture in and anything you don't want in out.
Yeah, and melt.
That will also allow you to see by using cling wrap. Some people use paper towels, that'll work.
Hey, you wanna
Some
play?
people use
You wanna play?
towels, that'll work. But also by putting the other one in the refrigerator immediately, that's going to stop the yeast from being active. It'll postpone it for a day or two. The yeast will slowly work until I'm ready to make the other two loaves. So for now, let's let this do its thing. I'm gonna do some cleanup and I'll be back in about an hour. We're back. These loaves have risen probably about as much as they're going to without overproofing or rising. So now it's time to put them in the oven. I preheated my oven to 350. I'm going to put the glass one in first. As I stated, the glass pan usually takes about 25 minutes. So that's what we're going to do. To go in like this, I'll show you it when it comes out. Okay, back again. We have
Nice.
the first loaf of bread out of the oven. Let's see how it's turned out here. Ah, hot. Sounds nice and hollow. Might have actually turned out pretty good. We'll set it here, let it cool down. Got the other one in the oven. As soon as it comes out, I'll let you take a look at it too. Alright, here we are with the second pan. Top's a little bit browner than I would have wanted. Once again, very hot. Both came out pretty good. A little too hot to cut. And that's not going to stop me. As you can see, nice and soft. Put the bread box here. Turns out nice and fluffy too on the inside. Probably won't last much past tomorrow. But that's why I make it. Thank you for watching. If you liked it, got anything out of it, like it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with your friends even. If I remember, I'll write down the ingredients down in the comments section. If not, if you want it, ask me and I'll make sure to give it to you. Thanks a lot.